Hey guys, if you've stooped to the point where you need to ask the internet how to write a book, don't worry, I'm not going to tell you because I don't know either. About 5 years ago I Googled the same question myself, and here I am trying to give you guys what I wish I had back then. And because now I've finished writing my book, thankfully, but really when I Googled this, I think I just needed a distraction. I need something to shake me from the block that was clouding my thoughts. What I'm going to give you essentially is a story about my voice inside my head. So hopefully you can get back inside with the voice inside your head. Because at the end of the day, the voice inside your head is going to tell the best story that you ever wanted to tell. Because it's your voice. And that voice is unique to you specifically. And no one else has that voice. And the first time I found the voice inside my head, because we all have it, it's obvious to us, it's how we think, it's who we are, but you don't really realize you have that voice inside your head and it's special to you until you lose it. And my first year of college, so about 6-7 years ago, I was hit by a car and I was in a coma for 4 days. And well, I woke up from the coma 4 days later, but I wasn't awake. I had pretty bad brain damage. It was to my frontal lobe. Short-term, long-term memory loss, slower cognitive functioning. I was a head case. I was all over the place. I was really a primal animal when you really break it down. But 2 weeks after the crash, so about 10 days after I actually woke up, I woke up inside my head and I had no idea where the hell I was. I didn't even know I got hit by a car. But at the end of the day, when I heard that voice inside my head and it first asked me, like, where am I? Who am I? What's going on? I realized that I was alive. And it didn't matter where I was on the bottom. I felt like you couldn't get any worse than this, honestly. But I still had the voice inside my head, right? And that voice inside my head told me how to overcome before because I had already been here before. I was a runner. I am a runner. When I was 14 years old, when I first got into running, I was actually paralyzed below the waist from a tumor on my spine. The tumor sat on my spine for about 2.5 years. It was incredibly painful. My spine bent with 55 degrees of curvature. Yeah, so I was kind of leaned over like that. And one day it just completely ate away at my whole spinal cord, and I felt paralyzed below the waist completely. And it was honestly, I was the happiest man in the world when I felt paralyzed because it didn't hurt anymore. Crazy how that could be. I was blessed. And the next blessing came when the doctors realized, oh, there's a tumor in there. That's probably what was causing you to bend over so much. So let's take it out. And about a couple months after they took it out, I started walking again. It's cool. I just been talking to my own voice inside my own head. We were just chilling. We were having a good time. And now I could walk again. And a couple months after that, I was running. And then only a couple of years after that, I was actually running so fast that I earned a scholarship to run track at the University of Virginia. And honestly, I was on top of the world. I had no idea how that could happen, how quickly fortune could turn like that. I was 1 second I was happy to be paralyzed, and the next I was happy to be walking, never mind running, never mind competing in one of the highest levels in the United States. So it was pretty great until the car ran me over, and I woke up in a facility rehab center with nothing except the voice inside my head that told me I could walk again, right? And I was about to get kicked out of college. My scholarship was going to be revoked, of course, if they kicked me out. But I had the voice inside my head. And that voice inside my head said, Mike, you can do this. You can come back. You're still here. You never left. You're still alive. You still have your voice. And man, I love that voice, man. You gotta love your own voice at the end of the day. And right now, if you're trying to write and you're not connecting with your voice right now, your voice is rambling all the time. Whether you want to call it anxiety or just daily thoughts about, what's the weather, what am I going to eat for dinner, is there a dog around me. At the end of the day, if you just put those words down, if you connect with that voice inside your head, you will tell the story that you want to tell. Because it's your story, and it's your voice inside your head. And I've wanted to tell my story. I guess, you always want to tell your story. Everyone wants to tell their story. But essentially, when I was in college, I ended up running a mile in under 4 minutes. I was one of the few Americans to do that. And was running at the NCAA National Championships. And, I thought I had a decent story. So I was like, I want to tell it. And, well, one day, a cinematographer from LA contacted me. And he's like, I want to tell your story. And I was excited. I was like, cool. It made me feel cool, at least. But I talking with him, I was a little nervous just to give it away like that. And especially, what's he going to tell about a kid with brain damage? And he's all the way out in LA and I'm in Virginia. So basically I asked him, I was like, can I write a book first? And he's like, no. So I was like, all right, we got to go different ways. So wrap around. This is me. I'm like, well, I just threw away a movie deal because I want to write a book, and I have never written a 20-page paper in college yet, and now I want to write a book. So here I am. I sat down behind my computer and said, how am I going to write a book? And what really I was thinking, what really I was asking for is someone to go, Mike, here you go, here's your book, here's how you write it. You just gotta do 20 push-ups or something. You gotta run 100 miles a week, because that's all I ever did, right? I just got up and I just grinded. And I ran, and just continuing to put my head down, turn my mind off was how I succeeded, right? That's how I got to the position I was in. But now I needed to turn my mind on. I needed to listen to what it was trying to tell me. And I finally got there when I locked myself in my own head. It felt like a prison, right? But you gotta go there. You gotta go there. You gotta go put the world silent around you and just listen to what it has to say, right? And just write it. Just write it, no matter if it's bad or good. Just continue to go. And then when you can read it, you can figure out what the heck you're trying to talk about, because you're not consciously putting those words on paper. It's just like if your just mind is spilling itself on the paper, and it's beautiful, especially when you get to read it again and see what the heck you're thinking about. So what I'm going to tell you now, because the distraction can't last forever, right, is go, because that's what my mind told me. My mind told me to go. So go back, start writing your work, start putting your words down, and let me know how it goes. My name is Mike Marsella. Comment, subscribe, like, do all those things. You go check out. I got a little website that I started to, hopefully get some hype around my story. But follow me on Instagram, shoot me a DM. I want to hear about your story, because at the end of the day, all of our stories are going to get better if we can build on each other. So once again, my name is Mike Marsella. This is my first video, so shoot a subscribe. I'll be shooting the journey to publication, because when I find a literary agent, maybe I'll make another video on how the heck to do that. So I'll see you when you get there. Alrighty. Peace.